Christ was like, he was like, bro, so what you saying? I was like, bro, I don't want to do it. We need to call it something else because that's Monday, and me and Monday had talked about it, but Monday ain't said nothing else about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, so you don't want to do it. So Christ is putting in the text. He said, you want me to call it niggas nut?
Stimulation like coffee, swear they ready to risk it. D&D if it's positive, never fail, they'll miss it. Entitlement, hypertension, accountable is deficient. Painted like I'm Da Vinci, but own it like my invention. I feel like I benefited when reading my brother's sentence.
Social media, I really don't try to get involved that much in the social media stuff. Until recently. It's like, man, listen. Listen, I've been quiet. Like you say, I'll be quiet. Like, I let people send me stuff, people say, they talk. And it's like, I had one thing that happened, like, that this young lady, I did not know.
The photography thing?
Yeah, photography thing.
It was loud.
It was loud, and people made their own opinions of me, never met me. Yeah. Like, no, I get a shirt off my back to anybody. I'm very religious and spiritual, and I believe in karma. Yeah. So it's like, I'm not going to disrespect nobody. But, as a business owner, it's like, I didn't know this young lady.
Yeah.
I never met this young lady. Right. I never saw this young lady. Yeah. I didn't even do business with this young lady.
It was your name, though. They were like,
you feel me? It wasn't even me.
Yeah. It's just like everybody was waiting.
Right. It's like,
I told y'all.
It's like, I didn't do nothing with this young lady. She was calling to get a check.
Yeah.
We got 6 businesses. We got probably DJs alone. We employ probably 20 DJs. Employees alone, we got 262. Vendors alone, we got over 100. It's processes to get a check. If she cannot go shoot for Coca-Cola and walk up into the Coca-Cola
and say, give me a check. We didn't even do it, though.
Like, it's processes. You send your invoice in. First off, you shot on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You ain't even, it's a holiday. People don't even go back to work to the 5th or 6th. What you doing? I'm still in vacation, but I'm still getting this champagne on my breath. I don't even drink, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, you coming to me and saying you want to get a check. Well, first, it was her manager / momager that texted me.
Yeah.
And I ignored it. And I'm like, Christ, who is this texting me? And she like, man, no, it's this photographer that shot such and such at, for New Year's Eve. We needed a photographer. She was available. I appreciated gracious of that. She came and shot. I'm like, cool. I told her, man, pick up a check on Tuesday. Anybody that ever did anything for us know you pick up checks on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. That's when Candace said you pick up checks. Ain't nobody in this city can say they ain't got paid by us.
Yeah.
Nobody. Ain't no vendor in this city can say they ain't got paid by us. Why would I not pay you?
Yeah.
Don't even make sense.
Yeah.
You're not even one of my big asterisks on my bill sheet.
Right.
And I paid you a lot considering what you did.
Yeah.
So it's like, I paid you. You had your mom. I'm looking at, and it was a number. I got 2 cell phones. One that only rings when I know it's somebody. It got to be my family friend. I know it's important. I know it. I know ain't nobody just calling that phone, call me to get in no clubs. I had to separate that. So when somebody called this number, it's never about business. It's like, I remember I told you I need friends.
Yeah.
Like, I want friends, genuine relationship, like that I don't have to do business with. So when somebody called my phone, I know it ain't got nothing to do with business.
Yeah.
So when I seen that ring on my personal phone number that I don't give out, I'm like, who is this? No, I ignored it the first time. She texted me on the Monday after New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve fell on a Thursday. She texted me on Monday. I ignored it. Like, what is this? I don't know what this is. Like, I ignored it. I'm not even going to reply to this. She was like, Mr. Higgins, we need to meet and get the check, da-da-da-da-da. Like, you wanted to connect with me so bad that you text me. Regardless of who you doing business with.
You didn't go through the process.
You didn't care about. You went directly to me. You could have kept it with the person above, or you could have went to the business and talked to the piece of right checks. You could have found out, but you made it a point to text me.
Yeah.
I ignored it respectfully because I'm like, she's invading my personal space.
Yeah.
Cool. The next day, they get on. she had the girl, I don't even remember her name. No disrespect to her. That's how much I wasn't connected to her.
Yeah.
She was on Facebook the day before talking about, I want to blast out this company if they don't pay my
So that's what they do for
so she was doing it. She was revving it up already.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until I realized she screenshot the text I sent her. So she was revving it up already. So they so she came down to the spot. I guess she was dealing with my partner and he was supposed to write her a check and she was like he didn't answer so we gave her a check on Tuesday. So she goes directly to the bank and tries to cash deposit the check. Everybody knows that when you cash deposit a check, first off, you could have just put the check in your account and it wouldn't be no problem.
Yeah.
You tried to get the money immediately.
Yeah.
So the bank gonna call. They like, who is this? Obviously, you look like something.
Because if your account is in good standing and you do good business, and they don't do that hold on it.
Right. So that's my point.
Yeah.
It's like, they like, hold on. Let's check this out. They ain't nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So the bank calling me to verify her check that she just got that she already went to the cross street to cash. And I'm like, I didn't answer the phone. Not because I didn't want to answer the phone.
It's a process to do business, man. This is a business process,
Wait,
bro.
that wasn't even it. I was in a meeting.
Okay.
Tuesday is my biggest, longest day. I'm in meetings from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. Anybody that communicate, that's how I know this. Anybody communicate with me know that. I didn't answer. I seen my phone. Oh man, they went in. This after my meetings, you bad business. Like, you need to answer the phone and verify this check. Why are you not answering the phone? You don't know who we are. That's all personal self-esteem issues. Because I have not said one thing to this person. So how do you feel I don't know who you are? Why do you feel I'm ignoring you? First off, why are you even texting my phone? Because think about this. Anybody, all these women out here, if a man calls your phone that you didn't get your number to, and he saw you in a club and he's like, hey baby, what's up? You're going to say he's a creep. Yeah. You're going to say he's weird. Yeah. You're going to call him a stalker. Or if you want, and people can say, well, it's business. She didn't do business with me.
Right.
And if so, it's a process. And if so, she got a check. And if so, we still ain't even got the content for the stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't even got the, so it's like,
you ain't got my content.
Right. And it's only been 3 days. Anybody know that does business? Yeah. 3 days as a vendor waiting on a check.
All right, bro. Let me tell you something. We're going to check for 8 months, my bro. Right now.
Man,
we got to wait on that check right now from last July.
Listen, it's like, and you know I'm going to pay you and you know I'm not running from you.
Yeah.
So it's like, but anyway, the mama jury was going off on me. You're bad business. You're this, you're that. You did this, you're this, you did this, that. I looked at my phone. I have not got to the Bishop Walker point in my life. Yeah. Like, I have not. I'm sorry, I ain't made it there yet. Yeah. Where I can just look at my phone. Somebody's blatantly disrespecting me. And I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah.
And all I said was, I don't know who you are. I did not do business with you.
Yeah.
I do not owe you a dime. Not me. The business made, which will pay you, baby.
Yeah, we're going to pay you.
We're going to pay you, relax. But based on how you're handling this situation, that's fine. We probably will never do business again.
Yeah.
We will probably never do business again based on how you're handling me. Mm-hmm. And that was it. Oh, you think this a game? I can blow this up right now. That's what she said. I didn't say nothing back after that. I just went back to my means. Mm-hmm. No, this is the honest. Went back to my means. I'm trying to make sure I got somebody that had passed. One of my staff had passed like 2 days before that. I got another staff that car broke down. I got invoices for bills that's due. I'm worried about real life stuff over here. I'm gonna pay you your money. I'm going to pay you.
Actually, I've already paid you. Because you have a check.
You got a check.
So you already been paid.
You just want it. You
want instantaneous.
You want instantaneous. So I'm like, you know what? Let's scratch it. You know what I mean? Like, so I get off there. I log off and I get all these replies. Yeah. Like, boom, 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 boom. Like, Rob, what happened with you and the photographer? What you talking about? Oh, she just posted on Instagram. What? Let me go see. I couldn't see her page was private. I'm not gonna go accept the friendship to go see them talking about.
Talk about saying.
Somebody send me to me. Look at what these people saying. Look what these people saying.
Yeah.
And it just hurt my heart.
Yeah.
I'm like,
With some of the people you knew?
some of them. One of them, oh my God.
Yeah.
One of them was a dude I gave. Man. I'm talking about
Say how you
in the comments. Dude, I gave so much opportunity, resource, my time, shut off my back, helped his mama.
Yeah.
Would help his family.
Yeah.
And you could tell he ain't happy.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of that
It's
projection. Some shit projection that happen. Like
I stopped reading. I said, don't tell me nothing about that. Because now I'm disappointed. Because I ain't never, I don't carry myself as a gangster. I don't carry myself as a thug. I speak life in people. I tell people I done made more Nashville millionaires than a lotto. And I stand on that. I done helped more people open businesses. More people opening businesses. I have pushed more black businesses to open than anybody else. Nobody in this city has helped more black businesses than me. Nobody. Anybody that say, discredit the church.
Yeah.
Any one person, nobody's put more into black businesses than me. Nobody has put more into businesses, helping individuals than me. Nobody has given all the resources for free than me. And for y'all to think I'm gonna disrespect a woman, I got 3 sisters.
Yeah.
I bought a check for shooting photography, and then this is how y'all talk about it.
Yeah.
This is how y'all attack my character.
They be waiting for the perfect moment.
My character now.
Yeah.
My character, like, and this is what y'all say, I'm disappointed. And then you talk about the bit, like I built the businesses because it's a void in the city.
Yeah.
You know how many times I'd be like, man, I just want to go to another city. I never quit on Nashville.
Yeah.
Never. I never quit on the city. I never. And I felt like at that point, I felt like some of them just turned their back.
Yeah, I saw you posted some on Instagram. I could tell they had reached a point of...
I was tired.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just that. It was a culmination of things. And it's like, I just hit that point. Because it's like, I'm human, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, I know the persona, which I think, listen to this. This is Rob.
Yeah.
I'm not who your friend told you I was. You might see me hosting parties. I host parties. As JGJ, you know, I don't like hosting no more, but I do it because I got to do it. Like you say, I gotta stay in the, you know what I mean? This is like Jay-Z ain't put out an album, but he's still rapping.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, I gotta do it, but it's like, until you get to know me, don't judge my persona, because it's like, man, I'm not that. I'm helping people. You call talking about Rob, man, you know this. And I'll be telling Monday, like, man, I ain't even gonna get in that Facebook stuff with you, man. Like, I let Monday have it. Like, he'll dig for him because you just like doing it.
Now, so like I talk Josh out the legs often.
But what I will say is that you have more courage to do that than me. Like I just choose not to even entertain it. Like I don't even want to know the opinions and the comments, because it hurt people. And a lot of people be hurt. So that's why they say the stuff that they do. And that's why they do the things that they do.
Bro. That's a fact. So I saw Ricky this morning, man. And I want to let's switch it to some positive
stuff.
Positive energy. Because Ricky was talking about the impact of you, Money Mike, JG, but I think he didn't mention Chad, but Chad, Josh, all your whole little kind of your crew, about like really you all employ a lot of people.
Right.
You pay a lot of people's bills and car notes, and like people's lifestyle is built on your vision.
Right.
So like, how do you maintain the energy to keep going? Like, is that what keeps you going?
That is what I'm talking about when it comes to like listening to that type of stuff, like the negative, the people that don't really know. And then the reality, like it was like when you get beat, That's why I don't be on the comments and when I see what you think about Nashville, such and such. I black out because I don't want that energy.
Right.
Energy is contagious. So it's like, I got to keep my energy high because it is a young lady whose cardinal depend on me getting up and getting out of bed.
And your brain is important. Like it can go left. Like, you nobody's in an untouchable place where you can just go off the deep end and always recover from it. Right. So you got to pay attention. You got to be cognizant of that.
So, and that's why it's like when I say when people attack your character, it's like, man, I move with so much intentionality. Yeah. I've grown so much. Mm-hmm. I think before I move, I act, I be respectful to men and women, babies and kids. I love on the people that matters to me. So it's kind of like, I make sure that I don't do nothing that's going to jeopardize that. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I got to keep that energy high as well because these people are dependent on me. Mm-hmm. Like when you got people, if something's happening, one of my spaces is closed, it's people that can't afford to pay their bills no more. That's a lot of pressure on anybody. When you got 263 people depending on you every day you wake up, that's a lot. And then it's like, you got to keep that focus no matter what they saying in the streets. You got to wake up and go get it. Mm-hmm. So
I respect the whole friendship angle. Mm-hmm. I ain't been doing it as long as you've been doing it, but I'm damn sure exhausted with business, relationship, friendship, situationships. And I've kind of went back to my core people, just doing core stuff that I enjoy doing because I think, and everybody's so anxious to get into the circles and so anxious to get into a lot of like, not real, just no genuine, there's a lot of genuineness missing in them circles. So I think like getting back to that, humanizing yourself. And sometimes we like, you talked about personas.
Right.
You didn't even develop the personas that you got. Like the image that people feel about you is not even what you put out there. Right. People have developed them, but sometimes you can start taking on personas that you didn't even. It was not even you to begin with. And that can get into your spirit too. So like really recognizing that and kind of going back to say, you know what, man, honestly, I'm just Rob Higgins. I'm just a guy that wanted to do X,
just
Y,
a kid from St. Louis.
You know what I'm saying?
Like if they knew my story, like Minerva is the street I grew up on.
Yeah.
I'm from the bottom of the bottoms. Yeah. Like the bottom. It don't get no worse than I'm talking about roaches and rats. I'm talking bugs in your cereal, bugs in your refrigerator, like socks to close the tub, one bathroom, like no shower, no windows cracked. No error. Like, come on, man. I didn't have it. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I could never be ungrateful. I could never, not appreciate nothing because I knew if I could take my shoes off in my house, that's a blessing. I would never take growing up. My house was dirty.
Come on, bro.
Like I was scared to walk barefoot.
This is a good conversation. I'm going to kind of close it out though. This is a good conversation because I know 2020, COVID, social media got everybody wanting to jump into entrepreneurship. A lot of people don't really understand what it takes. Like it's a lot of people that want to become the next Black Rob, but don't understand it's a 20-year process, a 20-year journey, starting from ground zero and building something up. And also even the situation with the young lady, I think that's a great lesson to new entrepreneurs to understand like, what is the payment terms? Like, what is involved in getting into business? Because if your money is tight, and you need immediate funds.
Just
might not be you, but you also might not be in the right situation. So do you project? You might unintentionally project your personal issues
off on somebody
and blow it up in the and then other people co-sign that with no understanding of the situation
and try to tear down.
So that stuff matters. So we sitting with somebody that's been in Nashville, not a native, but basically a native.
I'm a native now.
20 years running. Yeah. And this is the power of one goal away. This is the power of the compound effect of like locking in discipline day in, day out. This is the journey in real time, man. We sitting inside one of his establishments. It's closed on Monday. He doing so good he can shut it down on a weekday.
Nah, man.
We probably need to do a part two because it's like I got more questions. This is really around the business aspect of running a restaurant, the business aspect of really opening up a lounge. What does it take to actually, because people want to open up a club. People are interested. They're like,
y'all just want
ownership.
Put that one and we just start because I know it's going to be hard for Let's just come on.
Club ownership, real estate ownership, like people are really, really into that. So we'll do.
Let's go. You want to ask me that?
Come on.
We'll just part. You got time?
Yeah, we just hit an hour.
Oh, we cool. Go ahead and ask you. We'll segment it, bro.
Let's do it.
Come on.
Okay, let's go. Yeah. All right, cool. So from an ownership standpoint, because I always just looking from the outside, I admire your business acumen, even though I got a bone to pick with you.
Let's just off the bone. What you got to pick with me?
I got a bone to pick with you.
What's the bone you got to pick with me?
I got a bone to pick with you. We're going higher than that. It ain't that crucial, though.
You got, it's the podcast, man.
What's the bone, man? What's the bone?
Hold up. Right. How you gonna do fellas night without me, bro?
How you gonna be? Hold on. Wait.
I'm glad you brought it up.
Wait.
He's smooth.
No, knock the kid is smooth.
Nah. That's why I keep.
You got receipts?
I got receipts, bro. I got receipts, bro.
He looking at you. He searching both funds.
I talked to Rob on the phone. We talked on the phone.
Yeah.
I said, Rob, we thinking about we're gonna bring fellas night to Sunset. To Sunset, man. We're gonna do it on Thursday, bro. Me and Rob on the phone. He like, yeah, man, let's do it, bro. Whatever you want to do. I said, man, listen, Ryan gonna go talk to Crisis, and it's gonna be all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. I'm all for it. And then they sent me the ball. I said, Keith,
this is a proud moment. I'm glad you got off your chest. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say something. Because it don't really be that crucial to me.
Nah. Like, hold on.
What you got, bro?
Hold on.
I said, Keith, smooth.
Hey, can't just move for the cow. You.
So I'm gonna tell you. I wish I know for the sake of keeping it. I can't find. I'm gonna show you the text. So when the flyer dropped for the fellas night, and I'm gonna look while I'm texting because I want him to read it on air. When the flyer dropped for fellas night, I said, I told Crisis, I said, look, bro, call, because like I said, I'm involved in so many different aspects of the business that I be forgetting that I don't know everything. So I said, Crisis, can you call Monday, bro? Because I like based on how I move, I can't talk about a fella's night without hollering at Monday.
Yeah.
And he was like, bruh. So Crisis was like, bruh, so what you saying? I was like, bruh, I don't want to do it. We need to call it something else because that's Monday. And me and Monday had talked about it, but Monday ain't said nothing else about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, so you don't want to do it. So Crisis put in the text, he said, you want me to call it niggas night? Hold on. Crisis. Yo. What'd I tell you about fellas night?
Oh, you told me, you on the phone with what's your name, with Monday first.
Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, I called him.
Oh, you called?
You called him?
Yeah.
And did he answer?
Nah, he answered.
Did I tell you that?
But then I pulled it down and we just went ahead and rolled, put it back up.
Then you archived it.
Yeah, I archived it first.
All right, thank you. That's all I wanted.
Come on.
Real talk, man.
Real time.
Come on. So I wanted that to be clear. Like, I don't move like that.
Yeah.
I be having a problem with people stealing my ideas, taking the ideas that I do, taking the things that I create, and they take it and they do it.
Yeah.
So I don't move. Like, I'm like, nah. I seen it on the Instagram. I'm like, nah, this Monday.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, we got to call Monday to do this. Like, it's like, it doesn't even make sense. We're doing it without him because he was Mr. Fella's night.
Yeah.
He the fella.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like, nah. So Christ was like, I'm about to call. He was like, bro, what you talking about? You want me to take it down? I'm like, yes. So he archived it. He called it like, bro, I called Monday. He didn't answer. I was calling Monday about the pod. Hold on. Because I called him too. I'll call Monday about the podcast the same day. Yeah. I don't know if he thought I was calling about
I went to he told me you called him.
Yeah,
he said, bro, I'm calling me right now.
No.
I don't know. He just called me. He thought you was calling my phone.
No, I was calling about the podcast because I ended up seeing you in the gym. And I said, bro, do you want to do this? I'm going to do the podcast because now I've been getting so many DMs about podcasts. Yeah. It's like, man, I promise I have about 7 DMs a day. You want to do this podcast? I said, boy, I do like podcast. I'm out of respect. I'm going to do Mondays first because he asked me, but you weren't the first one to ask me. I got a year-long podcast to see. But I said, out of respect, I'm going to do his because the relationship is there already. So that's why I did it. But I ended up seeing Q in the gym and I told him. But I'm like, I ain't calling you about Fellas Night because like I say, like I be so removed from certain things. I don't know, but I will say to segue into the whole Fellas Night thing, like I think that first, even if we would have said something, even if we would have asked him to do it, he would have shooed along and be like, man, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it on this day, or let's do it. Or he wouldn't have committed. He wouldn't have committed. So it was like, bro, you ain't finna do nothing. Like I'm like, Monday ain't finna do nothing. Secondly, let's talk about why he wouldn't do it. I think that's the deeper question. I know it ain't my podcast, but that's the deeper question. Let's dig deep.
I called you, Rob.
It ain't about
no.
It's not about him not wanting to do it. I think that it's a deeper issue why Monday not doing a Fellas Night every week or doing not DJing somewhere every week because of the persona. It makes him look less of the CEO that he is. Okay, that's a fact. So you get what I'm saying? Like it's not about him not, and I knew that. I'm like, bro, he gonna like I can't be a DJ because in Nashville they'll look down on me. Why not? Snoop Dogg a DJ?
Yeah, it's different.
Erykah Badu a DJ.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled is 100 mil M's up off DJing.
It was hard for me to go back to the studio last year and record something because of the snow.
Why not? We got one life. When you die, God gonna look at you in the face and say, I know you did Pivot Tech, but I also gave you this gift to rap. But and I told you to do this album because after the album I had a Jay-Z feature waiting on you, but you never did the album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had you to do a Fellas Night at Sunset because
you were bringing brothers together.
Yeah, it was bringing brothers together. But I also knew that, Emory Burks was coming in town and he was going to be at one of the Fellas Night and heard you DJ. Yeah. It was going to lead to you meeting Jay-Z was going to lead you DJing there.
So where's the first Fellas Night? Where's the first one?
Man, it happened last week.
Oh, y'all heard one. Y'all gonna run it back?
Yeah, man, but whenever Monday want to do it, is when we going to do it.
Hey, man, listen.
You know what I mean?
This is real. Real to say, real time. Come on.
Like I'm just saying, like he don't DJ, he could be on Coachella stage. That looks way better than when you trying to get people applications. You're not worried about what the people in Nashville think.
Man, I'm gonna tell you that it's different. It's different from a standpoint that I know you B2B too, but 90% of your revenue B2C. Customers, consumers. Most of our revenue now is B2B. It's corporations that we have the second guess, like, they gonna sit out and sign this tech contract with us. They go, because when they get on social media, we navigate it now, but that was the initial.
So in my heyday of really like DJing and stuff, just catching smoke, unnecessary smoke where I didn't want it to impact the business.
But we had people, we had chicks and they was like, hey man, well, they out here doing this and they be in the cars, like people that already second, cause you understand, bro, a tech company, black-owned tech company, black-owned tech school, that's just not a lane that black people are in, especially in Nashville, they not used to seeing that. So when they hear that, they go look at the persona you got, and they like,
that's why you got to change that.
Well, listen, they think $150,000 check. That's too much money. I'm like, bro, this is a regular check, but in their mind, like, we can't cut no check to them because they gonna go buy a car with it. They gonna go take a trip with it. I'm like, bro, we run a real $1 million organization, bro. We do this for real, but it's persona versus reality, right? Especially when
it's really how I just feel like, man, we just do each other so bad in this city. And I just
really?
we do, bro. And it's just,
really?
it's just a standpoint of like, we got to figure out
Let it out.
to really, like, it just has to shift because I mean, I get tired of it. And so then I just reserve. I just go in my house and just chill. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna.
We're more alike than you said because me sitting back and not replying to certain stuff is the same thing that you just said you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it gets to a certain point when you get to a certain level, you get tired of being attacked. And people think that they can say stuff about you in third person like you're not human when everybody's human and everybody family sees this stuff and it's kind of like, man, I'm just tired of being attacked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So now that we got that out the way, so that's a segment in itself, right? That even within the segment.
The club around.
So I want to talk about, because from an outside looking in, I always wonder, like, how do you all survive off really a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where like in most cities, like on a Monday or Tuesday, it's popping every day. And where Nashville, especially for our establishments, it's only the weekend. So like from a business strategy standpoint, how do you all maintain or survive as a business with only like 3 days of revenue?
So
unless you just make a shit ton for those 3 days,
So is more or less of us trying to figure out how to build those 9 big days. You know what I'm saying? While keeping the other ones as revenue generated. It's like you got to figure out how to work a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If not, you got to keep what you bring in. What you spend out got to be way less than what you bring in. And then that's kind of what makes it run. But I think that with culture, we just got to get Nashville into going out and support more. I understand the times we in, but like the more businesses we have, the more revenue everybody else in the city gonna see, because it's just not about the hospitality. We open more hair salons, barbershops, shoe stores. We spending with each other. We circulate this money within each other. It's going to grow the ecosystem. The more this stuff brings more tourism.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If the city puts a spotlight on this 4 Black-owned businesses on Billcourt that offers all different unique situations, that's going to make people, I get a lot of out-of-towners. Like, look, man, we're like, it's something cool that's happening right here because this is this is not normal in no city. So it's like you push that narrative, you get tourists is what drive the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Because like locals, they do it a lot, but tourists is what really drive the city. So it's like, how do we get the tourism come up? We got to build more business. We got to show the city what we really doing. We got to big up businesses instead of, it's easy to go on Instagram and make reviews and talk down on a business. That's easy. Let's talk great about the businesses and help push and support businesses and promote businesses that make other people want to come and support these businesses. Because one thing about it is, it's all good into that person that's writing on social media, open their business. It's like I said, I've been in this 20 years. I've seen the biggest critics become like, whoo.
It's hard out here.
Man, hey man, how you do it? Mr. Twitter Fingers?
Yeah.
Now you getting tweeted about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, people always tell you about how to deal with a problem until they have to deal with those same problems. So you realize they didn't deal with it as good as you. So that's why I don't ever really trip off stuff, because it's like, it's like when you become a business owner, you see how real it is. And to me, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Right. And having a job is cool.
Bro, we talk about that all the time.
Like, having a job is not bad. I tell people, man, it's like, man, I work a 9, bro. I know people work a 9 to 5. My line brother works a 9 to 5, and he is M'd up.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, paid is like off a 9 to 5. So it's like, entrepreneurship is the hardest because you really don't know what you're going to make.
Consistent checks week in, week out. And
that doesn't exist in entrepreneur world. Consistent checks made in and out. But I tell you this, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, be an entrepreneur. You can't, like, I be telling people, like, man, he say I DJ. They say they DJ. They're a full-time DJ. But I work. But I'm at work right now. I'm going to call you when I get up. How you a DJ? No, you this person and you happen to DJ.
Yeah.
But you're not like that. Like, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, I always believe, like, you in it.
Now, I'm going to tell you, though, it's tricky, though. It's tricky because, like, if you have the opportunity to leverage
Your work pay?
that work pay to fund your business, and you got a transition plan, I think that's a smart move.
Right, that's a great move, transitioning.
Yeah, okay.
But when you doing it,
You just 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
you one foot in, one foot
that's
out.
different.
That's not entrepreneur. You like support my business. Man, you ain't
You selling cars?
Like, this ain't serious to you. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I always say, like, ain't no plan B. If plan A don't work, we gonna think of another plan A.
Yeah.
I pivot.
Yeah.
My whole game is my vision and my pivot.
Let's talk about the power of the pivot. That was my next question, actually.
See?
You was already, because another thing that I watched just from afar, how you are always transitioning your businesses I feel like every 3 months. Every 4 months, it's a refresh, relaunch.
Man.
And so, like, what's your thought process around, like, immediately fixing something? Like, if it ain't working in the month, Rob is going to switch it
up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I honestly feel that you have, like, if something's hit, it's going to hit. It don't take, like, people like, bro, you got to work the process. That ain't how I've been successful. Like, when I do something, if it's going to hit, it hit. Like you told me, bro, I like the rent I did. Yeah. It hit. Some things hit, some things don't.
Yeah.
But that's just an idea. Imagine having a business. It's like, it's working. It ain't working. We got to switch this. Why continue to go down the path? When you going the wrong way, it's 2 lanes on the street. You miss your turn. Now you in 1 lane this way, 1 lane this way, and you just drive it. Yeah. And the next exit ain't until 5 miles. Or you gonna drive 5 miles down the street, knowing you going the wrong way, or you gonna hit the brakes, look behind you, and and you turn in the middle of the street. Yeah, I know it's unconventional, but I knew if I go further down that way, I'm gonna be 5 miles down there. I gotta go 5 miles back just to get where I would have been if I'd have just flipped it. So it's like, it's nothing wrong with pivoting. Like, I'm pivoting.
Yeah.
How do you handle that with your partners? Like, are you and your partners like lock and step when it comes to like making them type of decisions?
Hey, no, I'm unconventional with it sometimes. Like,
I tell you, I was shooting. They didn't tell you about it.
I'm shooting because
they're like, damn, what happened? What we do?
Like, and that's why I tell people, like, I've been successful, but I know my strengths and weaknesses. Everybody can't work for me or with me because it's no method to the mythology except I'm trying to get to this number, and we trying to figure out the best way to get there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so if I have to pivot, then we gonna pivot. Now, you saying that's not what we do. We need time, and we should listen. You in a sports car.
Yeah.
This is not a soccer mom van. It's gonna be some. Yeah. But we gonna get there. Yeah. And we get there, we gonna look good getting there. Yeah. Like, it's just what it is. Like, everybody go about business differently. But I pivoted one of my businesses. They was doing under $1 million. I pivoted and made that a multi-million-dollar business. Slapped me on my back. But when I pivoted and it may not work, don't throw a stone on me. Yeah. Like, Steph Curry do some dumb shots. Yeah. You see that one where Steve Kerr was like, when he shot, he was like, and then he made it. Yeah, it's like, bro, that's what we own. Yeah. Like, you don't become the greatest shooter of all time without shooting. Right. Yeah. Like, I'm on a mission to do something that I feel has never been done.
What's that mission?
And I want to
get on that.
I want to have one of the biggest people, hospitality owners ever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I want to be one of the biggest hospitality owners ever. There's no limit to where I want to take this. I just know that if I can do it in Nashville, I can do it anywhere.
Now, is that a number, or is that like from a level of results?
Like, the goal used to be 100, but 100 ain't 100 no more.
100 the new 25.
Yeah. 100 the new 10.
We talking $1 billion now. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. Like, I want to have $1 billion hospitality company or $1 billion empire. And I know it can be done. I know if I put my mind to it, I can do it. And all this is just lessons learned for me. All this is just me learning. Like, it's like I'm using what I'm all the mistakes I'm making now to learn. I'm using all this as my crash course because I know that I'm doing it in a city where it's less blacks, it's more whites. So I got to be polished.
I'm going to give you a question. I want to end on one other question. Okay. To do that, if it requires you to take your face off every time. And now, is that something you would like? Think about it. You talked about Nashville tourism. I was just downtown this last weekend.
Right.
Millions all day, every day. Right. Now there could be resistance to your brand just from. Would you be willing? Like, is it like I want to make it my way, or is it I want to make it? Are you willing to step outside of that?
So this is the thing, and it's gonna lead into a 2-part thing. I want to get out. I'm never gonna sell myself out.
Okay.
For $1. I'm never. They go on record because when I get to I'll answer to one person. This guy, when I get to the gates, he gonna be like, you gave your soul away to this, but I had this plan for you. I gotta feel right with what I do because why are we selling out for money? What makes you happy? What type of money? I'm happy. I got enough. I don't have enough because I want more, but I'm comfortable. So it's like, I can be happy with what I got. So I'm not worried about that. Will I take my face off it? I never wanted to be a face. I promote my businesses. I never opened a business like, look, bitches, it's me. Like, I ain't never done that. I don't understand when people saying the face.
So by face, I mean the brand. Okay. So
should I not promote it?
No,
Do you not promote Pivot?
Yeah, promote it.
If you open a hot dog stand, or you gonna sit there, fuck the businesses. You watching you got a son and you watching them get beat up. Yeah. Or you just gonna sit there and watch them get beat up and you Mike Tyson. Or you gonna at least jump in. Not jump in and fight another kid, but or at least a human. It could be a man, he beating up your kid. You gonna sit there and let him get beat up, or you gonna jump in and at least grab him off your kid, or you gonna help him.
I think the question is more so, would you be an investor? Would you get into a business where you are an active investor?
I invest in Louis Vuitton.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you come up with, you got the money and you like, I want to be what's the buses that ride down? What with the Dre ride? I want to be one of them. Yeah. And I don't think my brand. I want to do it, and I don't want to have no association with it. When you Google who runs this shit, you ain't gonna necessarily see me, but if I was hold up my open a business.
So I think that's an open-ended question because depending on where I'm at, it'll get out, and depending on where it won't matter. Nobody opening them Joylands ain't promoting the Joyland.
That's right.
Now, if I go to Maine and I open a restaurant and I'm telling people to come to it, I'm not the face of it. Because don't nobody even know who I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know who I am. Hey, this guy opened a thing. I just heard about it. It'll be supported. It'll grow. I'm still in there, but don't nobody know who I am. Mm-hmm. And I'm good until they know who I am. Mm-hmm. The difference is in Nashville, they know who I am.
Yeah.
So I can open it up and it be that. Who the face of Chicago Chicken and Waffle?
I've met the couple times. I don't really know him that much.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
But in Chicago, they know him.
Yeah.
And he promotes his business.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a business and not promote.
I guess I was more so asking, would you step outside of your lane? And you already outside your lane, but I mean,
so we only ask
by us.
So we only ask black people to not be a face of a business to get a certain people to do business with them. I do understand that, right?
We didn't know that. We listen, bro. We went and got a white partner. For that strategic reason, and it not lasted for 9 months. We moved out. We got out quick.
And you did because the stigmas that we put on ourselves.
Right.
It's not that it has to be true. Why can't you be a black billionaire pivot technology owner? Why can't you? And if you don't, who cares? You tried.
Yeah.
Why do we have to hide our face to be successful?
Yeah.
I'm not hiding my face. Yes, would I invest in a company and not want to do that? Yeah, I don't want to do shit in these motherfuckers. And if you want to know the truth, I just told my point in there. Look, I don't want to do nothing else. I'm tired of working. I'm tired of promoting.
Yeah, you tired of being in the club.
I'm tired of being in the club. You think I want to? Yeah. I'm doing it because if somebody tell you can push this on your social media and make $60,000, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna push it.
What you gonna do?
Now, I'm with you. I'm so understanding.
So it's not like I want to be a face. No, Rob don't want, like, no. It's just that my face has been in the scene so long when I own it. Oh, there's one of Black Rob spots. And when you see me following it, he's the face of it. No, I'm not the face. I just own it. We as Black people think, and I've been dealing with that for the longest. The reason why I got into club ownership because I could never get a venue because I was Black. That's the only reason why I got it. I wanted to be on the as Dolo White. Me and Dolo White had to make amends because he would not hire me for the radio station. And I'm like, why not? Because he told me it was something about, he felt I was persona. You know, I felt some type of way because I was hiring Dolo White to DJ my clubs. And
what you trying to get a job do?
101. I wanted to be on the radio. I wanted to be a host.
Okay.
That's what my dream was. It was never been these goddamn clubs and restaurants and stuff like that. But he wouldn't hire me.
Yeah.
But he hired all my friends. Everybody that know me know this story. Zach Bug, Jazzy T, Lowe, Crisis, my sister. He wouldn't hire me. And they all were byproducts of me.
Yeah.
And it's like, why wouldn't you? Persona, I got held back. And we finally talked about it. I had resentment for this man for 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years. Resentment. I was like, I'm gonna get enough money. Buy this radio station. That was my motivation.
Come on.
But I had to get to the point where I got over it. When we talked about it, I realized, like, bro, we are our own worst enemies.
Yes.
Why do, as a Black man, I have to hide myself to be accepted? Because I want somebody to accept me. Don't accept me for who I am.
So I think you answered my question. Like, you want to do it, and you want to do it your way. Which
It don't gotta be my way.
But what I'm saying is, but you gotta stay true to who you are in the
It don't have
process
to be
of doing
true to
that.
who I am. No. What you asked
are.
me, yes.
You being true to who you are from the standpoint of saying, I'm not gonna sell out. I'm not gonna
Selling out it, no. But can I play the background? I play the background on businesses now. Can I? Yes. But will I open something
And not promote it.
and
No.
that's my business, my vision, and I really want to do it and hide myself to make others comfortable with me doing it? No. Because why am I doing that? Because the people that might come, this might not be, and it's not me personally, because they'll ask you the same question.
Yeah.
It's because I'm Black. So the people that I'm not getting because I'm Black, I'm not getting the Black people that want to support me because they know it's me, because I'm Black. So the people that I'm getting, I'm losing. And I'm not winning, and I'm feeling like I'm selling myself out. Prime example, I tried it with Minerva. Minerva first opened, it was a
Oh, you had to call, you had to add a little
speakeasy.
popcorn.
It was a speakeasy for the neighborhood. They gave me, I was playing Bonobo, like all that shit.
Hey.
All that. I was playing that.
I remember that, yeah.
That's a real pivot situation. I was playing that. Man, they came for like 2 months. Slow season, white people stopped coming. I was hiding myself,
Yeah, you ain't
not being the owner, not saying I own it. I was putting other people in place, trying to make them feel comfortable. And guess what happened? They wouldn't support me. I was stressing myself out. I said, man, I'm not being who I am. Trying to please the bourgeois Black people that wanted a place with, we cannot have hookah. We cannot have this. We don't want this. I gave this to you. And I was sitting like, yeah, they gonna support me now.
That group of people
They didn't even come. And I said, you know what? Lesson learned. Time to do what I do. And I'm 10x my business. I'm 8 years in, debt free, ain't got no bills in that mug, and I'm happy. And it's a staple in Nashville.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like, I did that. If I'd have hid myself, that would have never came about. These people that I've employed would have never got that opportunity. Why am I hiding ourselves? Why do us as Black people feel the need to hide ourselves? And then another thing that we ask ourselves, this is why I don't support Black businesses. I hate that.
I hate that too.
Oh, yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
I hate that. This is why I don't support Black. You know what? I don't go to Black businesses. Why not? What's wrong with? I can get bad service anywhere. I've been everywhere and got bad service.
Yeah, and I always say, man, if you have a bad experience, just come tell me. Like,
Go run to the ground and ring a face, boy.
Like, everybody's like in a state point of like critic. Everybody wants to be a critic.
Everybody keep leading. And if you do feel some type of way about it, just tell me how you feel. Don't start it off with, I be trying to support my people.
Yeah.
But Keith Lee give you 9, 10 positive reviews too. These folks these ain't critics. They just all negative.
Haters.
Yeah.
It's like I be trying to support my people. But you can go to J. Alexander, you would never say anything about being black owned business. And I think that's why we want to hide, because we don't know who owns J. Alexander.
No.
Well, we know who own it. We know it's a white man, but he's made so much he don't have to promote it no more.
Yeah.
That's why you don't really know him.
So when we first started Pivot, we got some advice. The reason I asked you that, because we got advice, and they said, "Listen, y'all been on here for a year. Now y'all need to take y'all faces off and let Pivot be his own brand and take y'all faces off of it." I'm not gonna say we didn't necessarily do it. What I will say is I sat on a panel. And I rock with all these people, mind you. But there was 5 or 6 people that's in tech right now.
Right.
All of them went to boot camps. All of them went to NSS. All of them rocking with me, rocking with Josh. None of them came to Pivot. All of them went to the white boot camp. So I had to ask them in real time, like, it's funny, I'm listed and everybody went. And but it's almost like they feel prouder to have went
I got this saying.
to the white boot camp.
And still can't get a job.
And still can't get a job. The results are the same. Yeah. They just feel prouder to have went to the white boot camp.
I got this saying. They think that they ice is colder.
For sure, bro.
They think that their ice is colder. Ice is ice. Ice, baby. Like, what we talking about? Like, what we talking about? Like, hey, that's something that we do.
Yeah.
We say that. We be like, I don't support black. Why not? Black people, we are our own worst enemy.
We are.
If we just break that into, I've never heard a white person in my life say, this is why I don't go to white establishments.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, or you never heard a white person tell another white person, hey, you shouldn't be the face of this.
Yeah.
White people own clubs. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
David Grumman own Live. He ain't saying, you know what, I'm going to take my face out of this.
But Nashville strategically 10, 15, 20 years ago started the downtown removal of anything urban and black to develop the image that they got right now.
Right.
So now it'll have you feeling like, if I want a piece of this,
I got to be
I gotta fit what they curated down there.
You got to understand, but God, that's the thing.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's
It's
a fact.
always a black God.
Yeah.
No man is big. Like, I lost my building, but God, I got 4.
Yeah.
They tried to burn my other business down, but God, I was open with homecoming. I don't believe in that.
man. Yeah.
I don't take that. That's not my logic. That's human logic. God is unhuman. So I don't even live by them standards. I told you, I used to grow up in a place where roaches were my cereal, but I eat 5-star now. So it's like, I can't even think like that because I'm happy where I'm at.
I remember that moment at that time when Marathon had you hired.
Marathon, all these places,
Yeah, I remember.
they don't really want to see. I'm the person that's gonna say fair is fair, right is right, wrong is wrong. I hate it. I hate when we're unjust.
Yeah.
I hate Nashville. Nashville's growing. It's a growing city. I love the black people here, bro. They have made me who I am and what I've able to achieve. I also think that the white people have made them the way they think and how they act and how we think little of ourselves. I think that this is the only city where we don't see the rich heritage and just being black.
That's a
Where
fact.
we just be
Well, listen,
being black.
we gon' end it on that note.
my God.
But hey, this is gonna be a 2-part interview. So listen,
And we're gonna break it down. I want there's some certain parts that I want to really like.
Yeah.
We'll play
edit
this because it's like an hour and a half or 2. But man, I just want to give you your flowers on camera,
sure.
bro. You know what I mean? I've been rocking with you for a long time.
Yeah.
I really love visionaries, man. I love people that can take ideas and really make something out of them, as well as, man, just having nuts to do it.
Yeah. Right.
And be willing to fall on their face, but just keep pushing.
Right.
And so, man, for what you do for the culture, for what you do for Nashville, but what you do for more like this people all around, man. You're an inspiration. And man, want to give you your flowers today. If nobody else, I'm glad I got that off today too. You know what I'm saying? You got attitude. Yeah. So appreciate, man. This is one goal away. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Make sure you stay connected, man. Leave some comments. If you got any questions for Rob, man, put them in the chat or in the comments, man, and we're gonna answer those for you, man. But again, tune in next week for another episode of One Goal Away. Let's go.